The state of Washington agreed not to enforce a new law that would have required Catholic priests to report confessions, even if it meant breaking their sacred vow of confidentiality. The agreement ends a federal lawsuit filed by the state's Catholic bishops earlier this year.
And new in prime time now, our very own Dan Hansen explains how the decision is being seen as both a win for religious freedom and a reminder of the shared goal to protect kids.
Washington's clergy reporting law was set to take effect in late July until a federal court blocked it, ruling it would force Catholic priests to break their sacred vows of confidentiality. Senate Bill 5375 passed by margins of 64 to 31 in the House and 28 to 20 in the Senate early this summer. The law would have required clergy to report information heard during confession, a rule church leaders said violated a sacrament dating back centuries.
It tells Catholics that the seal of confession has been safeguarded, but also that the Catholic Church remains steadfast in its message that we want to create safe environments for everybody, for our children, our youth, and our vulnerable adults.
The lawsuit was filed by the Diocese of Yakima-Spokane and the Archdiocese of Seattle. Attorneys with the First Liberty Institute and Beckett represented the bishops, arguing the law unfairly targeted priests while allowing lawyers and other professionals to keep similar information confidential.
The state of Washington, of course, has an interest in protecting children. That's an interest that's shared by our clients, the Catholic Church, and no issue with the mandatory reporter provisions of the law, so long as the one very specific instance of sacramental confession was respected.
Moat says both sides, mandatory reporting and the seal of confession, can coexist. Church leaders say they remain committed to child safety through its mandatory reporting policies. We reached out to one of the bill's sponsors, Democrat State Senator Noelle Framer from the 36th District, for comment. In a statement to Apple Valley News Now, she said, "My goal all along with this bill has just been to protect children, and I hope that closing the book on this lawsuit allows for that to happen. Children need to know when they go to a trusted adult in their life to ask for help, like a member of the clergy, they get help. That's how we break the cycle of abuse and do better by our next generation." Church leaders say they're grateful the state chose to protect both religious freedom and children, adding they'll continue working with lawmakers to strengthen abuse prevention laws without violating the sacrament of confession. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
The Washington Catholic Conference says it's grateful for the state's decision and hopes this case sets a precedent for how religious rights and child safety can coexist.
And they add that churches across the state will continue training clergy and volunteers to recognize and report abuse while keeping the seal of confession intact.